Looks like she might be preparing for eggs, maybe. Look at that carpet now. It's come along so well. It looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Crazy. There's so many. Look at that little shoot there as well. You're growing, my friend, aren't you? You know what? He's growing so much now. I've started feeding him. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I hope your day is going really well. Mine hasn't got off to the best start, but I'm hoping to sort that very shortly. You see, I've just realised something. So this is my Amazon aquarium. It's been set up for like 3 months now. It looks great in my opinion. There's loads of cool things. Look at the male ram right there. Oh, he's so dominant. Look at him. Absolutely gorgeous. Where's his female? Where is she? Ah, there she is, right behind him, look. Looks like she might be preparing for eggs, maybe? Oh, that would be a great little spot, wouldn't it? I mean, it's kind of in the open, so I'm not sure the babies would survive. Maybe I could do something to help that if it does happen. Anyway, the point is, some of you may have noticed some problems in here whilst it's been on video recently. I'm talking about this. So I thought that this was just damage to the leaves because it's so close to that, the power head, which is now sucking it in. But no, someone said in the comments recently that is actually Pleco damage, which I wouldn't have a clue about because I've never seen it before. So yeah, nearly 2 months ago now, I bought a golden nugget Pleco for the tank. I think I've seen it once since, and even then it was only a tiny little bit of it. Anyway, that's, you know, lack of experience. I thought it was going to be a feature fish. I've never kept them before. But anyway, when I got the Pleco, I said, don't worry about Plecos eating your plants. They only do that if the plant is dying or they haven't got other food. Well, that's complete lack of experience from me. I just assumed because of the bristle noses that I've got, which aren't the same really, but they look like mini versions, that they wouldn't eat the plants. None of my bristle noses eat any of the plants in any of my aquariums, and I've got quite a few now. But you know, that was wrong of me to say. I put my hands up, nowhere near experienced enough with Plecos to even suggest that. So yeah, it turns out Plecos will eat your plants. But from what I'm finding, only specific plants though. So the sage on the bottom that's carpeting, that is doing absolutely great. No issues there whatsoever. Sorry. These guys are so good looking. They're just, I just keep getting distracted. The Ludwigia palustra super red, absolutely untouched. All of the Ludwigias, in fact, really hard to talk this morning. All of the Ludwigias, so they're so far absolutely completely untouched. Not even so much as a bite anywhere. Look at this one at the back here as well. Look, growing all the way to the surface. Really red on the top, obviously, because it's so close to that LED floodlight. And it's just about to start peeking out the top, which would be quite cool. I was going to cut it back, but I think it looks quite good there. Right, so the plants then that are being affected by the Pleco. Obviously the Amazon swords. I mean, it's that central position where the sucker just goes up it, munch, munch, munch. And yeah, you can kind of see that happening now. It makes perfect sense now that someone pointed out to me. Forgive me, I can't remember exactly who it was. It was a few videos back, I think. But yeah, so you can see it's right down the center each time on most of these outer leaves. The leaves further back, absolutely fine. I guess that's because it just comes to the ones that are closest and easiest to get to. But also, limnophilia. This limnophilia, look at it. So the stuff, no, not you guys. So the stuff that's poking up the top there's 2 out in the open, and I think the Pleco doesn't go for it. But anything that's close to the woodlet, all the edges are all sort of eaten. Now, I've never seen that in any other tank, and it's one of the easiest plants to grow. So I know it's not, you know, anything that I've done. So that's interesting. But I really want more of the Amazon swords and more of the limnophilia. So I'm going to have to catch the bad boy, and I'm going to have to take him out because he's just destroying the look of it. If I could see him all the time and was really enjoying the fish, I'd be like, yeah, you know, that's part of it, and just let it happen. But the fact that I never see the fish and he's destroying this tank is another thing, isn't it, really? I'm thinking about making a cool little Pleco grow out tank for him because he's a really cool fish. I could never see him, so maybe if I get like a cave or something that I can look into, I don't know, we'll think about that. First thing though, I've got to try and catch the thing. I don't ever see it, that's the problem. Sometimes it is underneath this piece of wood here. I'm not going to be able to see it, am I? There's no chance at the back there, but you know, how am I going to catch this? It's going to be so hard, isn't it? I think that it's also worth pointing out that there are 3 bristlenose plecos in here as well. Now they were in here for a good month or so before the golden nugget pleco, and in that time none of the plants were damaged anywhere at all, so I'm absolutely certain that it is the golden nugget pleco. Okay, so I want to do something with the Amazon tank that I've never done before since I set it up. I usually feed them this really nice flake from Aquarium. As you guys have seen before, they go nuts for it, but today I am going to feed them a load of bloodworms that have all been thawed out. So there's quite a lot there. I just want to see how they react. I've never seen it before. It has been said that feeding foods like this can, you know, sort of bring on some breeding, that sort of thing. Again, it's quite heavily populated, so babies probably wouldn't survive if it did happen, but it'd be cool to see some, you know, something interesting like that. I mean, I thawed out 3 whole cubes there. I mean, that's gone straight away. Maybe next time I need to do like 5 or something. Or maybe, to be honest, I could probably put a whole pack in there and then still eat it all in seconds. Look, they're all still looking around. We want more, we want more. Okay, next time, I'm going for it. 5. Oh no, there's still loads on the bottom for the bottom feeders as well, which is really good. There we go. There's loads still dotted around. And the rams, that's the main ones that I really wanted to give it a try. Apparently it can bring on the breeding. That's what Matt from Made Ahead of Quacks, he's my go-to guy for information. He told me that it can work really well to bring on breeding. Again, you know, I've only been in the hobby for a couple of years. Something like that, I didn't really know that things like bloodworms and real foods can bring on breeding. So yeah, look, there's the female. She's eating up loads. I just saw her eating loads then. The male, he's still picking at them as well. This is brilliant. Hopefully we get some cool action out of this. And look at this, guys, over on the shrimp rack, the crystal reds. Look, I've just fed, they've all come out. I've also added 1 Otto just to keep on top of any sort of dust algae. We're getting a bit too much for what the actual shrimp can even cope with. So yes, this is great, really good. So they seem to be loving the food. Look at that carpet now, it's come along so well. It looks really, really nice, doesn't it? It did brown off for a while, but it's come back fully green. I didn't change anything in the tank, so I'm not sure why. Once the Otto's had his fill, he'll go back to a tank with all his other buddies. So yeah, it'll be a bit tight keeping him here on his own. So yeah, he's just here to clean it up, have a bit of a holiday, and then he'll go back with a big group. But look, over here at the blues, inverted commas, these guys are just crazy. There's so many. We've had loads and loads of breeding. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's clearly a lot going on in here, isn't there? Colour wise, yeah, we've got a bit of a mix, but that doesn't bother me. I just like them all the same. It doesn't bother me what colour they are. As long as we get breeding, I am happy. I'm not doing it to sell them, am I, at the end of the day? Just because it's cool to do it. So yeah, I've only just put the food in the new black crystal one, and only a few of them have come forward yet, but there will be some more. They're normally right at the back on the sponge filter, which, you know, makes sense. Quite a lot of shrimp do that. Again, yeah, another single algae eater. Again, it's not algae eater, sorry, it's a Otocinclus catfish, but they do eat algae, look. So you can see it on the side there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's probably hard to pick up the camera. We're just getting quite a lot of dust algae on the sides. Now this is because I've raised all of these, remember. I raised everything up a section, which means they're closer to the light. So I could diffuse the light, but what you do find is that these things sort of balance themselves out over time anyway. I mean, these plants in a minute are going to be sort of just about looping over, and that'll probably stop so much light. But we'll see, I might have to do something to fuse it a little. I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's not hurting at the moment, but I'll keep an eye on it. Over at Timmy's tank, everyone, it's going so good. You can see here I just temporarily just put this little skimmer in. Every now and again, this is probably the first time this week actually, I just stick that little skimmer in. It just takes any sort of film, any film off of the surface so that it just looks completely clear. It's just a few bubbles now. But yeah, really good. The tank's so nice. Everything's growing beautifully. That moss that you can see in the center there didn't look anything like as good as that when I first put it in. And look at that little shoot there as well. It's growing. Stuff is growing out of it. I love it when it does that. It means everything's right. Same is happening on that piece back there. But look at this. You see this here? This is a bromeliad. So this was actually in over here. It was actually in that tank that I had there, the Exoterra tank that I had all the plants on. The rest of them all died out because I just left it and just stopped, you know, watering and everything like that because I knew it was coming out of that section. And I just moved them across thinking that they were gone, but they're not. They're coming back. Really strong. Look, there's a pup. There's a baby one that grew off of it, which is now not quite a baby anymore. So I just thought, yeah, it looks really good there, doesn't it? Seems to be doing absolutely fine with the heat from this as well. And I mean, these top two seem to be getting a little bit singed, but we'll allow that. That's fine. The rest of it, though, looking really, really good. I absolutely love it. So yeah, everything's getting more and more green. The tannings in the water are sort of staying about state. Oh yeah, hang on. Where is the star of the show? Well, because I've just put this in, he's currently hiding. Timmy?
I am not impressed with this box. Take it out of my aquarium.
Yeah. Sorry, Timmy, sorry. Here he is. I don't know what it is, he just really didn't like that little filter in there. I guess he's got really used to the environment now, he knows where everything is. And the fact that I put something in that isn't usually there must have spooked him a bit, but look, he looks absolutely great now. You're growing, my friend, aren't you? You know what, he's growing so much now, I've started feeding him these like little dried prawns, or shrimp, you guys would call them. I don't know what it is, but we call shrimp that are alive shrimp. Well, we call them in UK prawns when they're not alive. I don't know why. Prawns is the food, I guess. Shrimp is the animal. I guess it's to disassociate with a living thing. I don't know. Who cares? Let's not get into that. But, oh, look at that. A little bit of algae on the rocks there where he's sitting. It makes it look so natural, doesn't it? I think there's something on the glass making it... Whoa, look at that stretch. Buddy, look at your neck. I didn't even know you could do that. I know he had a long neck, but wow, that is a beast. Do you think it's food time, do you? You wanted some food? Let's give you one of those shrimp. Yeah, I like to not just give it to him sometimes. Got to make him work for his food, and then he can feel like a true predator that he is, an absolute dinosaur of the underwater world. I will take this over here where nobody else can see it. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, so he does this, he lets go, it floats up, he goes and gets it again, repeat until it's all gone. Again, it's quite good for him to be able to like sort of go around and try and find it as well. It's like good for his natural instincts, I guess. See, now he's got to go and find it. He knows it's in the water because apparently they've got a good sense of sort of smell. So there you go, he's seen it. He'll go for a little bite. And there we go. Like I say, yeah, it's good. That's brilliant. That's just what I want to see. I want to see him, you know, oh, he's dropped it again. He's clever though, look, he's dropped it where he thinks it'll get caught. Or was that an accident? I don't know. Either way, we love you, Timmy. Timmy!